Hey, LifePoint, I really hope you're holding up well under all of this disruption in your life created by the COVID-19 pandemic, the social distancing and all the other stuff. I know it's frustrating, and you have a choice right now. You can either focus on your frustration or you can make the moment matter. You know, in James chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, James tells us to consider it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kind, because he says that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. You know, this is definitely a trial, isn't it? And the trial is going to reveal some things about ourselves and about our faith. As when I was in school, when I took a math test, it revealed my progress in math. Sometimes I didn't like that progress, but sometimes it was like, okay, man, I could rejoice about how far I had come. And, this trial is going to reveal some things about you. It's going to absolutely test your faith, and it's going to reveal where you are. For some of us right now, we're looking back and we're going, man, I've come so far. And for others, it's showing some things. It's showing that we need to bear in, and we need to continue to do some things to grow and to become more mature in our faith. I hope that in this moment, that rather than just being frustrated, you have also begun to take advantage of some things. For instance, I hope that some of you, rather than eating on the road, and you're forced now to be at home, and maybe you've been able to eat together and look in each other's eyes as you eat and even have conversations. Maybe you've had more conversations with your kids and your wife or your husband than you've had in a long time. Maybe you're having more in one evening now than you had in a week before. That's a good thing, okay? Thank the Lord for that grace. Maybe right now you're beginning to understand and realize the importance of your personal individual worship. Yes, God tells us to join together. Hebrews 10, 24 and 25. Do not forsake assembling together. Church, coming to church, worshiping, participating, that should be your top priority. It should be one of the most important things in your life. But also, along with that, your personal individual worship should be important. You can't just eat one meal a week physically, or you would be malnourished. Many people are malnourished because the only meal they have is when they come to church once a week, and if they're able to come once a week. So I hope that through this time you've begun to realize, man, I need to eat spiritually every day. I need to eat every day, and I hope you've been digging into God's Word, and I hope you've begun to realize the importance of your individual personal worship. If at the end of this thing, you're just really digging into that, and you've created a new rhythm, it will be awesome. All right, that'll be great. I hope another thing that maybe is going to be positive out of this is that you've realized the importance of your relationships. We can't really be together right now. We can talk to each other on the phone. We can talk to each other on Zoom. We can text, all those things, but we really can't just be face to face. And, I hope that that's created within you a longing for friendships, a longing for community. And we begin to realize at a whole different level how important that is. I also hope it's begun in your life to create a longing for church. I want to be with my community. Maybe you took those things for granted before, and we come out of this at the end. If we come out of this at the end and we say, man, I want to be with my church and I'm committed to that, I'm just going to tell you, it'll matter. Okay? So we can focus on our fear or focus on our frustration, or we can make the moment matter. And I want to challenge you to make this moment matter. Now, before I close here, I want to give you some reminders of some things we're doing, just some content that we're putting out, okay? We're putting out a lot of content right now. Our Next Gen department, if you got a preschooler, a child, or a teenager, we've got a lot of content going out, and they're in different places, but you can find them on YouTube, our YouTube channel. By the way, please subscribe to our LifePoint YouTube channel. Make sure it's the right logo, the correct logo for our church, I should say, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find these things on Facebook or on our website, but our Next Gen area, for instance, our student ministers, they're doing 3 devotionals a week for our teenagers, and you can encourage your teenager to go online and your student to go online and participate in those. We've produced some children's ministry worship stuff. If you've got a child, one of the greatest things, I've loved watching some videos that some of our parents have put on their children dancing and singing along with our worship videos for our children. So I encourage you to go online and help your child engage and worship, not just watch. And man, we can even learn from how we that they engage, because they really get into it. And so go online and take advantage of those. I know that our small groups, our adults areas, man, they're encouraging Zoom meetings with your adults. We've got other content on there. There's just a lot of content. So go on our Facebook page, our website, or our YouTube channel. And I want to encourage you also to like our Facebook page and follow our Facebook page, okay? And so when you do that, then you get some notifications and things like that when stuff pops up, and it's on your algorithm. And so I encourage you to do that. And finally, I just want to, again, I want to thank you for being faithful to worshiping. We can't do it together, but you have proven faithful in joining us online. To be quite honest with you, every Sunday at 9 and 10:30, we have maybe even double, if not more, the number of people who are normally engaging in our worship services. And that's a beautiful thing, folks. So thank you for being faithful. That just lights my fire in this time. And so I encourage you to continue to do so. You can watch it at any time during the week. Schedule your hour to do that. Don't just let it happen when it can, or it never does, mostly when we do that. Schedule it. I hope it's at 9 or 10:30. Keep on your normal schedule. One of the things that you can do is bring someone with you, okay? Now, we're stuck with 10 people in a group, okay? So maybe you can still have one family or one couple or one person over to your home, but maybe you can't do that. And I want to, again, remind you, if you're a senior adult or if you are a part of the at-risk segment of our population, someone who has an underlying health issue, please stay home, okay? Please don't have people over to your house. We do not want you to be at risk in any way. But it doesn't matter if you're at home by yourself. You can still join with a lot of people. One of the things you can do is start a watch party. Share. When you get online and you begin to watch when it's live, share, so that all of your friends know you're worshiping, and invite your friends to come and worship with you, okay? So share, like it, comment. We have pastors that are actually involved, interacting with you live at 9 and 10:30. Ask your questions, a prayer request, making statements of praise, whatever you want to do, share on there. Our campus pastors will interact with you. Our online pastors will interact with you. And so, man, we have some amazing resources that God has given us, and He has given us the technology to give them to you at this moment. So let's take advantage of those. Again, LifePoint, thank you for leaning in. You've heard me say that over and over. And that was just something that I believe in the very, very beginning, week 1, God said, tell the church to lean in, don't lay back. And right now, church, thank you for doing that, all right? I look forward to worshiping with you live this weekend, and I pray you bring somebody along with you, okay? Let's lean in, not lay back. Let's not focus on the frustration, but let's make this moment matter.